So that there is an interesting question, Joyce. I wanted to go ahead and record this section because I think not only you would benefit from my response. So for the people that's going to be looking at this video, my name is Tony Warfield. This right here is Joyce
I'm
Mawak.
Joyce.
Joyce Mawak, she's the superstar. She's like, woo! She comes into the business and everyone's losing their minds and like, oh my God, she's a star, you know? And hey, I love it. But Joyce asked me an interesting question about, you know, about this particular business. And I wanted to be able to share my thoughts. So forget about it. Joyce, could you ask the question again, please?
So I was mentioning about inviting people to a presentation, and I think I've invited over 100 people, and there's only 2 people that's actually showing up. So I was asking you advice about that. You know, it's kind of discouraging, to be honest with you, right? But what's your take?
First of all, I would agree with you that inviting, it doesn't matter if you're inviting to a party or inviting to a business presentation, you're inviting someone to a funeral. People don't always know what they're being invited to, especially when you're living in a world where there's so many different types of distractions, right? But the most interesting thing that I compare inviting to, it's a lot like dating, right? And men and women approach dating in 2 completely different ways, right? Women approach dating by, they choose to date who they want. So they date who they want to date, right? Or they have a relationship with who they want to have a relationship with. Men, on the other hand, we date who we can date. We have a relationship with people who respond to our advances, right? So whereas a woman, you know, for our military people, me being a veteran, women are more like snipers. 1 shot, 1 kill, you know. Men are more like the soldier with a machine gun. He's gonna keep shooting until he hits something. Now, when it comes to a relationship, I think you should be more like a woman and be more selective, you know, take the time to choose who you wanna be with and make sure they choose you. But when it comes to business, I honestly think you should be more like a guy, you know. Mainly because you don't really know what's going on in people's minds. You don't know what's going on in people's hearts. So a lot of times you don't really have a lot of time to try to figure that out when you're just trying to get an invitation out there, right? So when a guy, I guess you want to say looking for love, right? He's going to keep shooting his word out, or his what do you call it, Mac? His play, peacocking, whatever guys do nowadays. I'm too old now, so I don't even care. But he's going to keep talking to every single woman that he possibly can until one of those women respond. So guys like that, they have adopted the ability to be immune to the word no. And you being a woman, you know exactly what I mean. You've had guys constantly throwing themselves, or, you know, throwing their Mac at you, and no. But they go to the next person, whether it be in the office or, you know, somewhere in the workplace, you know, in social settings, social media. Guys get no's all the time, but they do not get discouraged. They continue to keep throwing their play out, their Mac out, until they find someone that says yes, right? When it comes to business, especially this type of business, you need to be kind of a hybrid, right? And a hybrid, by meaning you want to talk to every person that you want, and, you know, send your invites, share the information, and the people that respond, now you become a woman in that sense. You see, from the people that respond, you look at all the people that respond, and then you make your selection from that pool, because nothing beats harder than the heart of a volunteer. So if you had 200 people that you and you know that you shared your invitation to, and only 20 people showed up, of that 20 people, you get a chance to look at those 20 people and decide who you want to do business with, or who you want to continue to have a relationship, who you want to party with, right? And then once you make the selection in that 20, the 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 that you get from there, those are the people where in business you decide that you want to make your partners, right? This is the person that I know we have a similar vision. We can work together. There's a future, you know, whether that future is relationship of any kind, but we have a future, right? So it's unfortunate that, you know, so many people are going through so many challenges day in and day out, and that's why it's so difficult to really get all the yeses that you want, because people who tell you no, they're not really telling you no. It's kind of like not right now, mainly because everyone's so distracted. You know, when it comes to business, especially businesses like this, we were taught that the only way that we can make money is by getting a job and working for it. So if you want more money, what do you have to do, Joyce? Work more hours, right? So right now we're in a pandemic and everyone's scrambling for money. So if all they know is work harder, what do you expect them to do right now?
Work more.
Work more. So now that they're working more, Joyce, they're distracted. They can't really hear your message right now, because it's like, that 40 hours I was working, now I'm doing 50. Now I'm doing 60. Now I'm doing 70. Now I'm too damn tired to hear what anybody else has to say, right? All I want to do is go home, get me some rest, and then take a shower, because it's not always take the shower and then rest. Sometimes it's go home, rest, take a shower, eat, rest, eat, take a shower, rest. You know, people, you know, but when you're going through so much, you're so tired. So people are not ready to hear your message right now. So, you know, some people are further along, some others are not as far along as the next person. So that's why you offer the information to everyone, and the person that goes, okay, I'm ready to hear what you have to say, right? They volunteer, and from that pool, you get a chance to choose who you want to partner with. But don't be discouraged, because I promise you, every last one of those no's after this pandemic is going to end up being a yes for someone. Let them be a yes for you.
And I like what you said about the traffic, you know, like people just like rush.
Well, it's true, you know. Well, you know, we live in LA, right? In LA County, and God, you know, I don't want to get angry thinking about the 405, the 105, the 91, the 110, the 710. You know, you have all these different freeways, but you know, this business also reminds me of the people on the streets, right? So people are just, you know, they're rushing to get to the red light. That's all they're doing. You know, everyone's lined up at the red light, and as soon as the light turns green, they're just take off. They got their fast cars, they got their slow cars, but it's no matter how fast that car is, no matter how slow that car is, everyone ends up having to stop at the next red light. And then everyone ends up having to start at the same time. But in the meantime, the person that's in that fast car, they miss the family walking, you know, with their kids. They miss, you know, the kids playing over here. They miss the, you know, the feel of the air on their skin, the sun going across the sky, the clouds, the trees, how it smells. They're going so fast that they don't even enjoy life until they reach another red light. And then what are they doing? They're on their cell phone texting or something like that. And then next, you know, the guy behind them is honking saying, go, go, go. Then they step on it just so they can do what? Go to yet another red light. My phone is ringing again. So right now, I would want you to enjoy the journey for sure. Okay, don't be the person racing for that red light. Just be the person that's going to be able to be available to the people who say yes, work with them, and then you can move forward. How about that?
Hey, thanks. Thank you.
All right. Now let me answer this phone call, because another one of those people at the red light, I think.
Right? Okay. Thank
Thank you,
you.
Joy. All right.
Bye.
Bye.